Let's head into the garden and harvest some food with me. First up, we're going to be harvesting some tomatoes. And a lot of the tomatoes that I'm growing this year are literally volunteer tomatoes that came up from last year. And here you see why, they just came up from last year. Because this is what's going on with them. I mean, I cleaned my garden last year and I have all different varieties of tomatoes here. And they are so sweet. Some of these I'm going to have to give it away because I know I can't use it fast enough. But I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of these. Whichever ones that are starting to blush. Like this one here, I'll leave it. But these here, I'll just harvest these. And as I go along, I'll take you with me to everything that I'm going to be harvesting today. All right, these tomatoes are so low on the ground that I would have to go on my knees. But I have this knee pad right here that hubby bought me. It's just a little cute little knee pad. It says bloom wherever you are planted. And I don't require a lot for the garden because sometimes I still go down on my knees, believe it or not, to get stuff done, even though I have this knee pad here. But I just thought I should show you that I do have a knee pad that I need to be using in the garden, because when it's all said and done, I end up with knee pain from being on my knees for so long doing stuff in the garden. It's a more comfortable position for me, but I'm telling you, today I need it. And it is humid today. It's supposed to rain again. But let me get this harvest going and I'll meet up with you in a different harvest spot. Now, before I move to another harvest spot, let me just show you what it now looks like after I'm done harvesting. I'll show you how much tomatoes that I gathered, and then I'll show you what it looks like where I harvested it from. So far, this is what I harvested in this area of my tomatoes, and this is now what it looks like on the ground where I harvested it. So I'm showing this just to show you guys that you don't always have control over what goes on in nature. These are just tomato plants that came up on its own, and I am grateful to have them, to use them. I'm going to eventually gather them and give them to my chickens. They're going to poop it out. I'm going to put it in the compost, and I'm going to have a lot of wild tomatoes. So that's what happens. The chickens would eat it and they would poop it out whole. Nothing goes wrong with it, and it would regrow again next spring. And this is not any wastage of food. I understand that there are unfortunate people all over the world needing food. And I'm just making this point because I had someone comment on one of my pepper videos when I was getting rid of the pepper plants that I've had for a few years and I've been overwintering them. I have had someone commented that they did enjoy my content, but up until now that I made the video where I was getting rid of the pepper plants, they were not going to be watching my videos anymore, and I have not seen them ever since. And I took this as, you know, not allowing them to get under my skin, but it's just, I looked at it in a positive way. And to be honest, I did not get rid of the remaining pepper plants, and I'll show you what they look like right now. So these are the remainder of the pepper plants that I've had for a few years. I did nothing with them. I just basically left them where they were at, in the containers they were in. Some of them did produce. This one didn't at all, because I didn't add any chicken compost or anything, and I just left them there. And as you can see, I will be getting peppers from them, a few, but it's not peppers that I would say I was looking forward to growing again this year, because these are really old pepper plants. But thankfully I'll be able to get some peppers from them because I didn't get rid of them. But they are going to actually stay out here this winter, and I know they're going to die off. They can go to the compost pile. And as you can see, I did not destroy the remaining pepper plants. That comment that person made just took me, in a space to think that, you know what, just leave them be and let nature take its course, because I couldn't find anyone to give them to, and I don't know a lot of people that does gardening in my area, so I just let them be. I'll use the peppers from them, and the rest of it will go right back to nature. Okay, come on, let's move on now to some summer squash, and these are the summer griller. So we're gonna get some summer griller to throw in the grill, and I'll take you right over there. Here is the summer griller zucchini, and I have been harvesting from this for the entire season so far. All right, the birds are just eating up all the blackberries at this point. We are gonna head over there next, but for now, we are gonna harvest these zucchinis here. Get out, would you? It's probably stuck behind the wire, but I'll get to you in a sec. And this plant right here is planted way back here. But this is what I did because I had vine borer issues. I covered part of the vine with some soil, and it's probably gonna root right there, but the plant, as you can see, looks pretty healthy still, and that's what I've been doing so far this season. I've showed it in some of my videos before, multiple videos, so I don't want to keep showing the same thing over and over. Oops, I broke this one off the wrong way. But either way, this is my harvest for that. Where's that bird at? Eating all my snacks. Oh, that one was really, really sweet. Look at this, guys. Tons of berries I've been getting so far all season. All season. But I'm not ready to harvest these right yet. I'm going to do it today, but because I need a smaller, really smaller container, I'm going to go through these bushes and harvest these in a little bit. All right, so now I am focusing on the ground cherries. So I did the tomatoes, I did the summer griller zucchini. These are ground cherries, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants in this area, but I have quite a few of these plants in my entire garden. And here's another one, so that is 6, number 6, number 7, and there's more. Oh, wait a sec. We have some ground cherries that are ready. It's probably going to fall right off there we go, off the tree. And if you look down here, and this is what happens to them, they drop. Once they're ripe, they drop on the ground. And there's another one right here. See that? They ripen and they simply drop. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest these because I don't want to miss them. I'm probably going to miss them because I may not come through to do a harvest every day, even though I know I should. And these are of the nightshade family, just like tomatoes and eggplant and tomatillo, which are a bigger variety of ground cherry. And this is what they look like. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, the shell has opened. I call it the shell, but the skin has opened because it's not hard, but it's a soft skin. It opens on its own, just like so, and it turns yellow. But this variety, Tomatillo Verde. There's another one. I made a decent harvest a couple days ago, and so these are the in comparison. Look at the size of this. Let me just take this one out of the skin and I'll show it to you. It's really tiny, but it's a really nice. It's a really nice pop of delicious flavor. Let me put it in my palm so you can see the difference. And my daughter is here begging. Here you go. You should come and harvest it yourself next time. How about that? Okay. But I like taking her out to the garden so she can see how things are done. She can get the knowledge that I'm willing to pass on to her. because eventually she will need it. No if, no ands, no buts, no maybe. She's gonna need it at some point. And that's if she's able to, do this. But let us continue with harvesting. I'm gonna sit this right here, and I'm gonna just, these are not fully ripe, but they have the blush on them, so I'll go ahead and harvest these. And these are San Marzano tomatoes. They're really good for canning and making tomato paste, and so I'll just let the rest sit and let them and allow them to ripen a bit on the tree, and give these other ones here a fighting chance, because as you can see right here, we have flowers, we have young ones, we have green ones, we have those with the blush on it from the bottom all the way to the top of this tree. It's such a prolific bearer. All right, and on we go. And now I think we should harvest some peppers. I am going to harvest this one. It's already started blushing right there. It doesn't have any sun scorch on it, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest that. I did not plant a lot of peppers because I still have a lot, canned up from last year. And I do have a few that I'm still growing, like I showed you early on in the video. So I'm going to harvest just a few. Whoop. And this is a sweet banana pepper. Let's see if we are ready for, I'm gonna get a few of these. I like to freeze these guys, and when I'm cooking, I like to put it in my pot to steam. And when the food's done and I turn it off, I just pop the pepper. I love it that way. It has good flavor, and this is a habanero pepper, and I grow habanero at least one plant every year. I think I might have 3 or 4 of those because I use it all during the year in my cooking. Okay. And this tree is loaded with peppers, guys. Later on in the season, I am going to allow some of them to ripen, and that way I can save this. That way I can save the seeds. But if you can see, the tree is so short, and this thing is loaded. I counted a couple days ago, and this thing had at least 25 peppers on it. And look here, everywhere you look, you see flowers. So I'm gonna get, this is gonna be loaded, and I'm gonna get sufficient habanero, hopefully sufficient habanero this season again. Ooh, I think that was a little sun scotch here on this one. Yep, I'm glad I came out here. But yeah, we're gonna just harvest these peppers and allow the other ones to get a fighting chance to develop. That way I can get a bigger production. Just like I said, I love these peppers. Oh yeah, and look how much is still on the plant. I'm done harvesting, and I can still see, I'm talking about peppers that are formed, at least 15. Still, at least 20. Still, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, almost 20. But yeah, even look at this little one. There's flowers on there, and there's peppers on this little tree, and it's been that way all season long. All right, so let's move on to harvesting some more peppers. So I got 1 banana pepper and some habanero peppers. Maybe I should just take this other bell pepper. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna head back here. I have another pepper plant here. And I tried to not plant peppers this year, believe it or not. I tried to not plant plant peppers this year, but I like it in salad. I like it fresh. So here we go. And this one here is a hot burrito pepper. I'm gonna take these off. I should have my shears nearby, but I don't have it here with me right this moment. So we're gonna be plucking it off. And it's the same thing with all of the peppers. It's like the weather, it doesn't matter the variety. It's like the weather has stunted these trees, but they are producing so much. Look at that. See that? So, I mean, I'm not gonna complain because I'm getting production here. So I'm gonna take all of these off and allow the other ones that are on there to develop. Yeah. All right. Then I'm gonna head over here to these cucumber vines. I'm gonna do some pickling. This one is a Suyo Long. It's a different variety. The vine is not looking that healthy, but we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about it because I did plant some, I did transplant some cucumbers for a fall harvest. So we'll see what this does. And I actually have cucumbers growing different spots and different types of cucumbers, so I have to look really closely because I know there's one somewhere over here that I need to harvest. I've had my eyes on it. Watch me not find it now. It's like a goose hunt. Or maybe it's back here. Let's see. Yep, there it is. I walked by right there. And this is a Dar variety of cucumber. This vine is struggling. I'm gonna pop this off too. I'm pickling everything. It ain't time to sit down and sit around and not store up your food. Grab it while you can, guys. All right, so this is a Dar variety. I have the tag right here. So this is as big as it would grow. It's a short variety. I'll leave this one a little bit longer. And that's it for cucumbers in this spot of the garden. Oh, I'm out of breath because it's humid. It's hot out here. But my harvest basket is looking really good. And I actually have to go by and harvest some herbs. But I'm not going to harvest the herbs today because I'm actually going to harvest herbs that I planted. Like these parsley right here. And basil, because I just harvested tomatoes, so I need to make tomato salad and stuff. So I'm going to get some fresh basil and put it there and make my salads. And I'm also going to harvest some wild herbs like dandelions, because I've been going through all season long and harvest the greens from the dandelions. So that's what I'll walk around the yard and do. Not today, but pretty soon, because I need to harvest it so it can continue to grow and I can harvest more. Now I have some eggplants here and I'm not satisfied as yet. I'm gonna harvest them in a couple days. I did harvest a few days ago, so I'm gonna show you that at the end of my video. And this is a Back Beauty variety. It has a lot of flowers coming out on it, guys, and the pollinators are at work. Let me not disturb them. Then I'm gonna grab some other tomatoes in other spots. They're blushing and the plant is like struggling, I would say. So I'll just harvest those. Something decided to bite into this one. I'll take it off the vine, let it go back to the earth. All right, and now we are gonna get some of these peppers, pepperoncini, a little spicy, and I've canned already some of these this season So I'm just gonna harvest these and can some more. Put it in my basket. Oh yeah, it's a good day to harvest some things, some food, guys. It is a good harvesting day. Just gotta keep up with it. Make sure you keep the plant healthy by harvesting. I know some people like to sit and watch the beautiful results of their hard work, but at the same time, if you just keep that fruit on the plant or vegetable on the plant, I mean, what good is it if you can maximize your production and the produce is just sitting on a tree, taking all that extra energy that the new fruits can push out or the new vegetables can gain from if you just ease the tree up a little bit. It won't have to work that hard. I'll leave that one be. I think I'm gonna get this one. But yeah, I'm not trying to grow too much peppers this year. Look at this tree, it's packed with peppers. It's ridiculous how short this is. I'm gonna leave these a little longer. And now we are gonna continue on harvesting tomatoes, and this right here is a Roma tomato variety. And I am gonna take the ones that are already blushing because it's August, like I said, and we about to run out of time. This one does have a little split in it, but it's fine. And guys, I do have some pepper plants that I planted in May. Yeah, May 24th. I'm gonna overwinter these ones. It's too late in the season for me to get fruit from them. They really struggled, but as you can see, they look beautiful. They're in a container. I have other peppers here also. They're all from seeds, so I'm gonna overwinter those. And there I have another ground cherry. I'm gonna overwinter this ground cherry. I'm gonna pick this one. A little snack. Back to harvesting peppers. Because we have some jalapenos that we need to harvest. I promised I was not gonna plant any jalapenos this year because I have so much canned up, but I like fresh jalapenos also. So it's not too much. And I only have probably like 3 plants. Oops. 3 plants of those. So it won't go to waste at all. Let's see what's going on with this one. I already harvested some of these. These ones are not quite ready. This is just a red hot chili pepper. I might just overwinter that one also. Let's see. These are over here struggling. So I'm gonna harvest these also. It's a pepperoncini, but it's an older plant and it's struggling. It's just like these. The only difference is I planted this. The other plant you see me harvested these from, I planted it this year. And this is probably about 4 years old. It's ridiculous that I'm still trying to grow peppers from this plant. I'm gonna get these. These are Serrano hot peppers. They are blushing, so I'm just gonna take it off. This little stub here is trying to grow on. I'll can that too. And I'll leave these bell peppers here, let them go a little further. There's like 4 decent sized ones on there. And like I said, I did have more jalapenos from a 4-year-old plant. That's right here. I have more serrano peppers that are blushing. I am gonna pick those also. And I'm gonna get this banana pepper while I'm at it. Ooh, listen, I have more peppers than I thought I had. Wow. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll put it to good use. I'll probably give some away. I'm gonna double back and gather these blueberries here and the blackberries later on. And I believe I did miss some tomatillos because when I walked by I saw a few on the plant that I didn't grab. But we are gonna head to the back and see what we have going on back there.